Hi everybody, I am here to do a little video on just something fun. I just want to have some fun. Oh, you know what I have to do first? I almost forgot. I got some happy mail from my wonderful friend Denise. She says thank you. She sends me stuff and says thank you. Isn't that awesome? I don't send her very much stuff. I mean, I did just send her a journal, but usually it's just her sending me stuff. She's so funny. But anyway, this is part of, I'm on her design team, and she sends things to her design team, and she's very nice. So this, I believe, is some avocado dye paper. I opened it upside down because I don't want to show her address and all of that. Oh, there's some beautiful paper in here. She knows I love Valentine's Day, which I do. That's the project that we're going to be doing. So, oh my goodness, what is this? Denise, you're so bad. Like, you can send me some avocado dye. You don't have to send me all kinds of other stuff. Oh my gosh. It is all washi tape. If I'd have just turned it over, I would have seen that. You are so bad. Bad, bad. Look at all that washi tape. It's beautiful. Oh, you're naughty. Thank you so much, my friend. I mean, she just is, I don't know how she does it. It's crazy. But anyway, beautiful washi tape. Thank you. And then this gorgeous paper that looks very Valentine's-ish. Does it have, oh, it does have stuff on the back. Very pretty. Very antique looking. I like it. She knows me pretty well. I'm going to set that there for a minute. And then stamps. See, I have some stamps. I have like an old stamp collection, and it was just from like me as a kid collecting them. It's not like anything fancy, but I still don't know like if any of them are worth anything, so I'm always afraid to use them. But these are some cool stamps. I could tell by the looking. That one says Christmas. Yeah, just cool. Lots of different kinds of stamps to use, which is awesome because I've been wanting to do that. Love it. She said she found a lady who sells stamps. Very cool. Thank you so much. That will be fun to play with because I haven't done a whole lot of that. I've been making some faux stamps, as you've seen, but not real ones. And then some wonderful whatchamacallit fabric. Whatchamacallit. I love this trim too. She always ties everything with it, and it's great. I save it all and use it in other stuff. And as you saw on that snippet roll, she added some at the bottom too, and it's so fuzzy and soft. Beautiful, like fern sort of pattern on there. And then some sari, which is awesome because I'm almost out, especially the pink. I go through a lot of pink. And this is amazing. Look at that trim. See, I never find stuff like this, and if I do, they want like an obscene amount of money for it. That is awesome. I love that. Love, love, love that. And then some cheesecloth that's been avocado dyed, I can tell. Gorgeous. And some red and little roses. I love this. And some hearts. Beautiful. And we're going to actually play with something sort of Valentine's-ish coming up in just a minute. So we might use some of this. And this she sent me the rest of, and I'm ecstatic because I love this. I told her, if you have any more, please send it. It's like part of an old collar. But is that not awesome? And I used up mine that she sent me. So she sent me hers. She's so nice to share because I wouldn't probably have been willing to give up. It's just so cool. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I love that. That is in there. She spoils me rotten. So this is one of her Valentine's Pack 2020. So she gives a list of all the things that are in the pack. She tells you there's 5 each, legal papers, and all that. So we're just going to go through it. And then she does a free gift purchase, which in this one is, and I think she said they're different for each pack, because obviously like sometimes you only have a certain amount of one thing, so you give that out and then you don't have any more, so you have to put something else in another pack. So you'll get a free something with each of the kits that you purchase, which this is her avocado dyed paper. So like this, it says 10-inch studs braid trim, 12-inch pink ruffled binding trim, and I'll show you all that. But anyway, it's all listed here. I don't want to make you want to scream with reading that whole thing. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I think you were talking to me on the phone about this the other day. I chatted with her for like an hour and a half the other day. This is gorgeous. It's so nice and thin. It's beautiful. Thank you so much. I don't know that I'll be able to use that. It'll get hoarded for a while, for sure. Anyway, and then she wrote a nice little note on here. Oh, she's so nice. Oh my gosh, she has a whole letter here. I'm not going to read it right now, but I will read it, Denise, I promise. I just don't want everybody's waiting on me. So I'm going to hold this up for the camera in case you want to see, and I'm sure she has it listed on her shop what she puts in the kits, but I'm going to put that there. If you want to stop the video and read that, you can. But I just want everybody to see. And then this is some really pretty trim that she ties around it. So you can see here, this is the free gift, and there's the cameos and like the pink trim, and there's some kind of burgundy colored fabric, some sari silk. That looks to be another type of sari silk. And then some twines on a card. And like I said, each pack is going to have different stuff. So they're, you know, some of them might be like this, some of them might be totally different. So this trim is super pretty, and it's pinned on there. And then that's some, looks like, oh yeah, okay. There's some big, like brass sort of looking buttons on there. If I didn't have my hand in front of it, you could actually see it, right? And she's smart, she taped it because this type of trim just comes unraveled. And then some pink ruffle, which is super cute. And then a card with different textile, you know, bits on it, ribbons, and I don't know why I can't think of the name of that, like jute almost. Cording, that's the word. A piece of sari. Wow, that's super, super bright and pretty. And another piece of just really fun, that would be a fun layering fabric with the gold and the silver there. And that is sari silk right there. So is this. And then some nice kind of cotton or linen almost feeling fabric there. All right, and then so the avocado dyed paper, it looks like she's got like guest checks. There's some CD cases. I'm gonna fold these because I keep all these. This is what my cat licks. This is his favorite, so I have to try to hide him. Somebody told me, I can't remember your name, I'm really sorry, but put it in a suitcase, and I thought that is brilliant. Like, wouldn't it be super fun to in your craft room to like stack a bunch of those really cool old suitcases? And a lot of you have probably done this and you're like, yeah, like that's new. But and put those kind of things in there, and then my cat couldn't lick them anymore. So I don't remember your name, I apologize, but thank you for that great idea, because that's fabulous, and that could be really fun and a fun thing to look at. So you'll get 3x5 cards. This is some lined paper that she's cut down, so you can put it on the back of tags, or, you know, just fold them up and put them in pockets. You could, you know, add a little heart or something like that and stick it in a pocket. And this is an awesome pocket, Denise. Love that. Out of scrapbooking paper. Some guest checks, which are always fabulous. Love to decorate those. The CD cases, avocado dyed with a nice window in there. Love that pink, it's great. And then there's some more here. Envelopes and things. This is the white, so there's the pink of this trim and the white. Love them both. Some envelopes. See, these are super fun because they're already open. So like we were talking about with that envelope pocket that we did last time, you just take this flap, cut it off, seal this back up, and then you have a pocket that opens this way. Or you can leave the flap. You could round it with your corner rounder, and then it would almost be like a big coin envelope. So that would be super fun to do something with. So we got 3 of those. And then these are bigger envelopes. And for some reason when you die, sometimes they come open and sometimes they don't. But these would be fun to do like pockets like this. And then you decorate here and stitch up the sides and you have a pocket. And if you trim off the top, you have a pocket, and you could do another pocket, and you could do 2 pockets here. Because if you trim this off, you're going to have an inside pocket, a pocket here. Then you would have an inside the envelope pocket and a pocket behind it, or you could go this way with it. But yeah, there's lots of things you could do, especially with these big tall ones. Very cool. You could even make a tall skinny journal, which would be super fun. You could glue the flaps together, put other kinds of paper here, you know, like journaling paper, or you could glue them like this way. You could cut one off. Then you'd have, you know, pockets, and then you could sew in signature. So those would be kind of fun to make, almost traveler's size notebook. They're a little skinnier, but not much. That would be cool. And then I think Gail Agostinelli just did, not too long ago, a journal using these. You know what else you could do with these? Is you could do them almost like we did that that folding envelope thing that we did, but you could, because these are so big, obviously they wouldn't fit very well in a journal, but you could turn them into either like a journal, or you could do like a ephemera folio kind of thing. So you could, you know, have it fold up the same way with the, you know, seal it some kind of way here, which is different because we don't have the V flap, but you know, you should definitely figure something out. And then, you know, put pockets and stuff for ephemera. That would be super fun. So that's an idea for those great big ones. And that's scrapbook paper just to separate it, and this is beautiful. And then doilies. This is an awesome size. See, I don't ever find these either, these little tiny ones like this, and I love these because they fit better on like a guest check or whatever. These are cool. These are a different kind of a edge. I like it than what I find anyway. And then coffee filters. Fabulous. I love these. Like, it's fun to take a tag shape. Let me find one. What did I do with them? I had a whole slew of them. But anyway, like a tag, and then use your die cut if you have a die cut. And that's just the easiest way to cut this type of material. Otherwise you could, you know, put it down, trace your tag and do it that way. But anyway, and then you put this one over the top of the other one and leave it as a flap. Like, it's cut out the same size as the tag, but it leaves a flap so you can see through it, and it's just, I don't know, it's kind of cool. I like that too. And then this is a doily and some music paper. Wow, that's really pretty music paper. It's very very aged, which is awesome. Thank you, thank you. And doily, and this one looks to be, yeah, this one's been avocado dyed. I love the avocado dyed music paper, and she knows that. And then this is a giant doily. That's cool. And then some more of that lined composition notebook paper. I like this because you can put it, sew it right into a signature, cut it whatever size you need, and then your lines are going the right direction in your composition note, or in your journal, which is nice instead of having it this way. I like that. And then this is more of the pink, just the, or obviously pink, but copy paper that has some designs. Like sometimes she has polka dots, and this is like another pan that she has that puts these little like small dots. And then the plain and the doily. And this is the graph paper that I was thinking of that I started to say. It's graph on one side and lines on the other. And the cool thing about this paper, she says she finds it at Walmart, the graph stays, which is a problem that I have when I coffee dye. The graph usually comes off, so you end up with no squares, which is a bummer. So I like this paper. I need to go get some. So that's awesome. And then the big long ones. These are super nice because you can, you know, fold them, have them folded in the middle, and have them either flip out, or you can have pockets for your journal. So that's cool. And then some more paper behind it just to stabilize it. So very cool. Thank you, Denise. I so appreciate it. This is a great pack. This kind of gives you everything you might need, you know, to make some really fun stuff with some avocado dye. So definitely check out Denise. I know she's got it back in stock again. She's been working like a crazy person. She's hardly made any videos because she's just been avocado dyeing by the slew. So like, if you want one of these packs, go check her out quick because they'll go fast. And she said after these ones go, she's probably not going to dye again for a bit, just because, you know, it does take up a considerable amount of her time, and she's not able to do any of her other business type stuff that she needs to do. So if you want one, you better go get it. All right. Thank you so much, Denise. I so appreciate you. And I love that washi because I don't have a ton of washi, so that's awesome. And it's getting to be that time of the year when I use more pink and do more shabby chic, since we're through with the whole Christmas thing now and that. So I'm just moving some stuff out of the way here because I want to do a little something fun. And this is purely fun. I mean, that's all. I mean, it's always fun. I don't mean like I don't have fun doing other stuff, but this, after I do a journal, sometimes I just want to and like just play. So I'm playing. So I went to Walmart yesterday and I found these little books, and there's, how many of them in here? Eight of these books in a package, and they're like $2.98 or something. And I know they're kind of glossy and modern looking, but I think we could have fun because inside there's just like, what is it? Does it say on there how many pages per each? 16 pages per book. So just, it's like copy paper in here. It's nothing, these are nothing fancy. They're kind of meant for little kids to like draw pictures in. But I think we could do some decorating of this, almost like an altered composition notebook, and it would be fun to give out to like your friends or whatever, and then they can just like keep it in their car, write grocery lists, whatever. When they're done, throw it in the garbage. Whatever they want to do, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be something super fancy that's a keepsake forever. I mean, some people might want to keep it forever. I'm not saying you can't keep it. I'm just saying it's an inexpensive gift that tells the person, especially on Valentine's Day, that you thought about them. I thought we might use some corrugated cardboard. I don't know because this cover is pretty thin, but we might. So I just have a bunch of paper and junk. Oh, and I thought what might be fun, I forgot to get them out, but my crazy Vinegar Valentines, just as kind of a joke, you know, to give to your friends or whatever. They would be kind of fun to put on the front of these because they're just silly and whatever. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my archival ink, and I'm going to ink this up a little bit. And I'm using my archival ink because it's permanent. And this is kind of a glossy. I just think it'll hold better than the Distress ink. So, and I'm just going to lightly, I don't want to make it like crazy dark, but I do, you know, I want it to have that little bit of a vintage look because that's what I like. But if you like them, you know, all like they are, then just leave it that way. You don't have to go through all this fuss. And I am going to use my little brush because I want to take these down a notch. They're kind of a little bright for me. And we could use some doilies, all kinds of things on here. So I think that helps already, just sort of knock it down. Pasha, you can't really get up here right now, bud. I just got a ton of stuff up here, and there's nowhere for you to sit, little mister. Little mister. He likes to come sit up here, which I normally have room, but I just put a bunch of stuff up here to do this. So you could sit right next to me here. Sorry, I'm gonna move this stool for my cat. I know, I'm crazy, but he's just cute. Come on, you can sit there. There you go. There you can sit down. See what's happening? He always has to get right up in the middle of it all. It's really, these, I don't know that I love these. I'm going to be honest about this makeup brush thing. These ones, these foam ones. I know everybody uses them, but I find, look at all the little thingies that come off. I don't get it. Like, I don't know how to not have it do that. So if anybody knows a secret, or if there's a special kind or whatever, I think I got those at Walmart. I mean, maybe if you bought nicer ones, but I don't see the point in buying expensive ones to do this with, personally. You know, I should put this like right here so that you guys aren't blinded by the, and then this thing's shiny too to top it off. Okay. So, I think these are fun, fun, fun. And I think I'm going to go ahead and go right along the edge too, even though it does the little pieces of okay. See, now there's those things everywhere. The little pieces of inky. Okay, hopefully that helps. And then I just have all different kinds of paper here. I'm thinking these might be kind of fun. I got these from, whatchamacallit? Stampin' Up. Are these? Oh, they are different. These ones have the bigger yellow. I kind of like this one with the bigger pink. And I don't remember what this is called. I apologize. If you know, shout it out. This is kind of cool too. It's very red. And I don't really know what I'm going to do here. This was just kind of one of those fly-by-night, oh hey, this is fun kind of things. Doily, and then let's see, I want to grab other doilies. I have heart-shaped doilies. I don't know that I have any of those coffee dyed. I do have some pink ones. Pink ones might be fun. I could use some of Denise's pink ones too. Sorry, my radio is going downstairs again. I keep forgetting when I come up here to turn it off, because when I'm just working, I do like to listen to it, but I'm sure I'm not even supposed to have it on when I'm doing this. And I like how this one's kind of bent. It looks good. I'm going to use this again and just go over this slightly. It's a good part about using these brushes, because if you don't want a really dark coverage, or you're going straight onto white like those, it doesn't give you the harsh lines that sometimes you can get like from the circle or whatever you might use to put your distress ink on. It just is a softer, more subtle way, I guess you could say. I'm gonna go ahead and, this is bent right there, but I kind of like it. I mean, this one's tea stained, but I'm just adding a little extra. Alright, And then which one of our crazy Vinegar Valentines do you want? And I did turn these into a digi, and they're in my shop if you're interested in this. This isn't for everybody because these aren't nice. So I'm just going to say they're not nice. But it's just kind of funny. It's just fun to do. I like this one, Bob Tear, because she cut her hair. There's like, and female driver kind of thing. Pinhead, Smarty, Milliner, Hayseed. Got a lot. I'm a hayseed. I mean, I don't get offended by this kind of stuff, but I know people do, so I don't want anybody being offended because some of them aren't very nice. But this one's funny because I don't think many people have this problem anymore, but it says, don't appear in public with low-cut gown, you are too skinny. I wish, right? I wish I was too skinny to wear a low-cut gown. I think I'm too fat to wear a low-cut gown. Maybe that's more my problem. Don't go to school with your hair uncombed and your dress untidy. Be neat. It's just a different time, totally. These are from the late 1800s, early 1900s, and so it's just a completely different look at things, and it just kind of cracks me up. You need mind culture more than physical exercise. Don't rubber at every man that passes your window. It is anything but ladylike. Funny. I'm going to do that one. I like that picture. I think it's cute. So yeah, these aren't for everybody. I'm going to actually tear it. And I hope nobody's offended by these. I'm not meaning anything. They're actual historical papers. They're not anything that I made up. So there are worse ones, but a lot of those are racist, and I'm not going to put those on my channel or my shop because that's not right. But some of the other ones, I just consider most of them a joke, but I know I'm not, I'm not going to do that. They seem to have had a different sense of humor. Why am I turning out that one? A different sense of humor than we do now, or they thought things were funny that maybe others wouldn't think funny. I don't know. It's just different. But they're kind of cool. And I think they would be super fun in a journal, in a Valentine's journal. Just as a, what do you call it, journal card or whatever, journaling card. And I might decorate some of these and put them in my shop just for the fun of it. But I'll also do some that are, other stuff, not just these Vinegar Valentines. Every year I like to do some kind of fun thing using different, pictures and stuff like that. Like I've done things like this. These are those wood blocks. This is my dad. And it looks like it got some water on there. Darn. But anyway, I've had this one for a while. And I just decorate the block. And then, it looks like he's sitting on the block and with a heart behind him. And then last year I did these boxes. So you could give somebody like, a few pieces of candy or whatever. And then the top's all decorated. So you can put it out. These are It Kupili Imaginarium. That has those paper dolls that are funny like that. You put them together yourself with whatever face, whatever clothes, that kind of thing. So that needs more, obviously. So let's see. Not sure what I want. I kind of am still looking at this, because I like the yellows and the reds and all that, so maybe that's what I'll go ahead and do. Pasha, I don't really have a place for you, buddy. Sorry. Sit right there. He just wants to get up on my table. He likes to lay right here is where he likes to lay. But obviously when I'm doing this, he can't be laying right here. He likes to roll around and be adorable. And then my kids come over and talk to him and everything, but they're not here right now, so they're not going to come talk to you. Of course, you would probably entertain everybody far better than I. Oops, I just made that all wonky, but it doesn't really matter. It's just to give us some interest back there. I don't know what I did with my distress ink. Who knows? It's probably buried under that stack of paper that I brought to do this. I had everything cleaned up, sort of. I'm not going to say totally cleaned up, but sort of cleaned up from, you know, making that winter journal. And then I got all this Valentine stuff out, made another mess. Because that's what I do. I clean it up and then it inspires me to make something. It's kind of crazy. Your mess is clean. Make a new one. I kind of want to do it like in this corner down here because I don't want to lose this heart entirely. And I think that's kind of fun like that. And what else do I want on there? I could use a piece of the fabric that Denise sent me with the hearts on it. I just stepped on a pair of glasses down there. That was great. I have a pair of reading glasses that are like hooked to the side of one of my baskets that's down on the floor because they're too strong for me right now, reading glasses, and I thought they were right, but they weren't. So I just hung them there because I know eventually I'll need them. And then I just walked on. So I probably won't be using those anytime ever. That's what you get for putting stuff on the floor. Yeah, wish I was too skinny. That's funny. Too skinny to wear a low-cut gown. I know that is an issue that they struggled with then because they didn't always have enough food, but I don't know if I like that now that I see it because I don't know that it goes great. I might have to save that and use it on a different one because I'm just not loving that for some reason. Nothing wrong with any of it. I just don't like it with this. I think it doesn't go with that. It would probably go on its own. I wonder if I turn this over this way. It's too much red. I like it like it was. But we could use something else. We don't have to just use that. We could use some lace. We could use some of that fluff. Ooh, I like the lace. I'm liking the look of the lace. Let's just get a piece of this. This was sent to me by Rosa. Rosa, I don't know why I struggle with, is it Moon something? Moon Arts? I apologize. I am horrible. Like I either can't remember somebody's name or I can't remember the name of their YouTube channel. But yeah, she sent that to me in Happy Mail, so I apologize, Rosa. I know your name. And she often comments, so thank you for that. I think what I'm actually going to do is cut off this because it just is thick and it adds bulk, and we don't really want bulk added. And I do this a lot with this type of lace or trim or whatever because, again, I'm not crazy about all of that. How long are we? We're at 34. And cut this here. And then maybe we'll do some stitching. I don't mind that it's crumpling, like ruffling a little bit. That's okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to stitch that piece. And then like a saying or a quote or something would be cool, but I don't really have anything printed out, but I can work on that. Maybe we can use some of this corrugated cardboard in some way. This one's a little easier to print, or sorry, to separate than the one that I had before. Because it's a little bit thicker, but then we're back to adding bulk, right? I'm tearing it, so not that way. And some of it does that, and it doesn't like go all the way down to the corrugation, so it's just kind of, you know, what it is really. I mean, you just gotta keep working with it until you like it. You know what we could do? I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'll try. It doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, probably the less perfect, the better. I don't know what this is going to turn out like. I don't know if I'll end up putting this one in my shop or not, but it could be kind of fun. Let me see if I can find some kind of paint to paint that with. I don't have a whole lot of paint anymore because I have gotten rid of a lot of it because it was just a mess. Sorry. You know, it's, you know, once it gets old, it's no good anymore. This is patent leather. I think the kids did some sort of Christmas project with that. I could use a little white with it. Where's my white? I thought about gold, but I'm thinking, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how this comes out. No guarantees. Oh, I've got this too. Sorry. I keep seeing stuff and then I'm off on a tangent. That won't work because I ripped part of it out. It was a guest check. I think I'm going to kind of actually mix them a little bit. Almost like ombre, but then I'm adding more white. I have this artist who I grew up in the town where he lives, and anyway, every year he would make us, he called them hairy hearts. And so for the longest time still, even when I lived here, I got hairy hearts from him. They were really cool. I'll have to bring one on sometime and show you guys what I'm talking about because they're kind of fun. I'm kind of going around the edge of this. I have no idea. This could be just totally ridiculousness, but let's see. Just set it there. Get it off my hands. And let it dry. Sorry for my arm being in the way. I'm going to have to get a wet wipe. I should have been more prepared for this, but I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I just knew I wanted to play with this and the Vinegar Valentines. I'm just going to set that in there because I don't have water up here at the moment. All right. So let's see what we got. think I'm going to just kind of start putting these doilies down at least. And I think they'll stay fine. This glue holds really well. This Scotch Create, I find I haven't had any issues. Watch, I'll say that and it'll just like dry and fall off, but I'll make sure it dries and stays, or I'll do something else. But yeah, you could find a funny little quote, which is what I may do. So this probably won't get finished today, obviously, but I need to glue that one first. But at least it gives you guys an idea, which is really why I'm here. You know, you don't have to do it exactly the way I'm doing it, and you don't have to come out with the same outcome. I'm just trying to give you some fun ideas that you can do the way you like to do them. So that's really what I'm about. I was going to do the turn down one over there, but I forgot. And I have a card that I finally got. It was like one of those faux credit cards that like those car companies send you, and I don't even know. But anyway, it's made out of the same stuff as a credit card, so I'm going to use it for, you know, doing this stuff so that I don't have to get my hands all disgusting. I'm going to use my yucky towel for now. Which also works pretty good, but there's fuzz sometimes. This one's got really yucky. Okay. And then I'm going to go stitch that lady on here with the lace, and then I'll be right back. Okay, hi, I'm back. So I just stitched around here, so now the lace is going to stay there. Sorry, I need to drink water. I went and got out my crazy whole, I have this giant, this envelope full of Valentine's stuff. So I went and dug through that. I found this flower. I kind of like that on there, so I think I'm going to put that there. And I found this crying Cupid. I sort of feel like that's fitting. You know what, I'm going to go around this and rough it up. And if you have one of those rough up tool things from Tim Holtz, you know, it does sort of basically the same thing. I just use my scissors because I'm too cheap to buy one. I think what my deal is that when I first was crafting, well, I mean, I've kind of always been crafting, but when I first was married, maybe that's a better word, my husband and I, you know, obviously didn't make a whole lot of money. Not that we do now either, but we really didn't. And so I just sort of used what I had kind of thing, and it's just sort of stuck with me. I just don't really buy stuff unless I like really need it or something. So, or I mean, you know, like most of the stuff that I get as gifts, really, like for my family and stuff. Or, you know, like Denise, who is so bad and sends me stuff. But really, I try not to buy a ton. I mean, I do buy, you know, like I bought these books, that kind of thing, but I try not to buy loads of stuff. I kind of just like that there. And this crying Cupid cracks me up. I decided I don't really like my corrugated heart. I don't like the way it looks. So I found these burlap hearts though, and I kind of like that. So I think I'm going to kind of stick that one back there. Maybe a little higher, like that. Put this down a little. I can't decide if I think I might want him just like right there. And then, I don't know, can you guys see? And then maybe one of these flowers or something like that. I think that's good for the front. I think it's enough. Alright, so let's go ahead and put all of that down. Got that stuff on everything. It's bugging me. strings everywhere. Okay, this is going to be tricky. I think I'm just going to do like a thin bead. It's the only thing with these things with holes in them, you know. It's always interesting gluing. The glue stick would probably work, but maybe I'll just put a little bit of that in the middle. Just to make sure it stays. Go a little bit higher though. A bit more like this, I think. Hopefully it'll stay down. And this I have glue all over from doing that doily. So when I make these long ones like this, I turn these into tags. That's what those become. So I kind of go like that and turn it a bit. I should have gone downstairs and got that card while I had the camera off, but I didn't. Grab up that glue right there. Yeah, this was like embroidery, something embroidery, Stampin' Up. It's like ribbon embroidery is what the look of it is, the look of this paper. I don't know if they even have it, you know, because they always have stuff and then switch it out and then they don't have, I don't know, anyway. So I'm not sure they even have it anymore, but it was like a ribbon embroidery or a just embroidery something paper. It's the one thing that drives me nuts about them is the switching stuff out all the time, to the point it's like you can't, like you buy something once and that's the only time you're ever going to get it unless you like order a whole bunch of it or something. I don't know, that just bugs me. I'm going to put some of this under here because I don't think it's going to stay down. And then I'm going to ink this little guy. He's got a little heart bag. Crying Cupid. If I send you one of these, I mean no offense. Just kidding. I just like these, they're funny. Why do I keep dropping everything? I don't want to cover up the rows too much. Maybe I'll put him over here a little bit more. He's so sad. And I kind of want to put that on with tacky glue, but I guess I'll use this. My tacky glue's all, I need to cut a new one open. This is almost gone too. That's a lot, but I want it to stay right there. And then I have this word that just says Valentine. I thought that would be kind of funny. And this is just cut off of, I had a bunch of Valentines that look like vintage Valentines, but they're reproductions that I got off of Amazon, which you can get them. They're like 50s looking sort of Valentines. And I was doing stuff a couple of years ago with those, and I save, you know, pieces like we do. So I'm going to kind of go over this corner a little. I had, you know, this piece left. I don't know if that's going to stay. I might have to get that, break out the tacky glue. Okay, sorry, I held that for a minute, but I want to make sure it stayed. So I think we'll stop there. I think on the inside, and I'll probably do a second video of this decorating the inside, but I think I'm going to do one of these envelopes, you know, cut this top off, or I might leave it as a flap, so I'll show you guys that, but that's one of Denise's envelopes. And then I have these funny people on stilts. And these two taking a picture together. I don't know, just some fun, cute sort of fun things. So might go well with this theme. So anyway, I think those would be really fun to just give out as little fun gifts. So we will chat later. Thank you guys so much again for your support. I do so appreciate all of you. So have an awesome day, and we'll chat later. Bye-bye now.